Right, children. So in the previous class we are already done with the simple permanent tissue as parenchyma and collenchyma. Today we are doing with the sclerenchyma. The word sclera or scleren stands for hard or tough. That is, this is the tissue which is actually responsible for providing toughness, rigidity, hardness or strength. Okay. Now sclerenchyma is of two types, that is either fiber or in the form of sclerids. The sclerids are round where the fibers are long. Okay. Now the speciality of this tissue is that they have secondary deposition of cell wall year after year, month after month. As a result, what happens? The thickness of the cell wall go on increasing, and when if you also know that the new cell wall will always be secreted inside, not be outside, because the cell wall is already there, how material can go across it. So the new cell wall will be produced or secreted inside by the cell membrane. You must have studied in class 9th, that is the cell wall is actually secreted by the cell membrane, and cell membrane, the primary cell wall is the outermost, the first ever secreted cell wall, and the secondary cell wall are the later on deposited cell wall. The later on deposited cell wall will be between the primary cell wall and cell membrane. Okay, if I show it here, suppose this is a cell. Now of course it is, I made it a spherical cell, can't also have spherical cell, no problem. And this is cell membrane. So this was the first ever produced cell wall, so this is called primary cell wall, and then the cell membrane will secrete the next cell wall between the primary cell wall and cell membrane. This is secondary cell wall, and then year after year the new layer will form. As a result, what? Cell membrane will move inside, it will go on shrinking, cell size will go on decreasing. Okay, so suppose this is the cell wall, secondary thickening goes on. At a time will come that the cell becomes so small, moreover cell wall thickness is so much that the things cannot exchange. The material which is required for cell to sustain will not reach up to it, and cell will slowly die. So all the matured sclerenchyma cells are always dead. Matured sclerenchyma cells, whether they are sclerids or whether they are fiber, they are dead. Whereas we studied that the meristem, the parenchyma and collenchyma, all three were alive. They were living. Okay, sclerenchyma are dead once they become mature, and the cell wall is very thick. And since they have got very thick cell wall, so it provides rigidity, hardness, toughness. Again. So sclerenchyma is found in all those parts where toughness, rigidity, hardness, skeleton, etc. is required. Where it is required? We have studied two types of sclerenchyma, that is the fibers. Fibers are found in the xylem and phloem. And we will study about them in the next portion, where we will study xylem fibers and phloem fibers. So these xylem fibers and phloem fibers are found along with the tracheids and vessels and sieve tube and all, and they are providing rigidity, hardness. Okay, whereas the sclerids are found. Sclerids are found in the in the cortex region, hypodermis, and it is found in the the midrib of the leaf. Then it is found in the seed coat. You all know that the seed coats are always tough, as whatever seed coat, maybe mango, maybe walnut, maybe even peanuts, even chana jo hota hai, that also has a tough cell layer outside. So all these are actually made up of sclerids. So sclerids and fibers both are there, which provide rigidity, toughness, hardness, which are helping in making the skeleton of the plant. So in our body, the bones are there. The bones are carrying those functions which is giving us shape. The same type of function is provided by sclerenchyma in plants. Okay. But our bones are made up of joints. Our bones have joints. So we have an ability to move them, but the sclerenchyma doesn't have any joints. So once they are formed, is formed, and whatever structure is obtained by them, that will remain as it is. Okay, so that is the important thing. So I think it is clear to you what is sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma are the tissue which is providing rigidity, hardness. Why it provide rigidity and hardness? Because their cell wall goes on become thicker and thicker month after month, and a time will come when the permeability of cell is almost decreased and the things will not be reaching there, then the cell will die. More as such as the protoplasm is also shrunk to a very great extent. Okay, so all the sclerenchyma, when they become mature, they are dead and they provide hardness, rigidity. Now there are two types of sclerenchyma. They are fibers and sclerids. Fibers are found in the vascular tissue, that is in the xylem and phloem, where the sclerids are found. The sclerids are found in the hypodermis. Sclerids are found in the bundle sheath. Sclerids are found in the what you call midrib of the leaves and the other veins, and sclerids are even found in the seed coats. Okay, so this is the function of sclerenchyma. The next what we are going to study are the complex permanent tissue. Now complex permanent tissue, as I said, what is the difference between the simple permanent and complex permanent? That simple permanent are only made up of only one kind of cell. Okay? The cells are all alike and they perform the similar kind of function. Whereas the complex permanent tissue is made up of more than one kind of cells, and all together they perform the similar kind of function, but each kind of cells are performing different type of function. Together as a tissue they are performing similar kind of function, but tissue, the different the different type of cells which are there, they are performing different type of function. There are two types of complex permanent tissue. They are xylem and the second one is phloem. Now xylem consists of four types of cells, that is the tracheids, second is vessels, third is xylem parenchyma, and the fourth is xylem fibers. Tracheids की बात करते हैं. Tracheids are the long cells, ठीक है, long cells, and they have tapering at the end. Both the ends they will be tapered. The cell wall is thick. बना देते हैं. See, this is a thick cell wall. So what you find? They are long, they are less broad, breadth is less, they are tapered at both the ends, and on maturity, these cells lose their protoplasm, so they become dead. ठीक है, प्रोटोप्लाज्म ही नहीं रहेगा, प्रोटोप्लाज्म नहीं है, नो न्यूक्लियस, नो प्रोटोप्लाज्म, नो माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया, गोल्गी बॉडी, कुछ भी नहीं है, तो क्या हो गया? मर जाएंगे एंड दे बिकम होलो. नाउ ओनली सेल वॉल इज लेफ्ट. इनसाइड द सेल देयर इज नथिंग एल्स. द एंड वॉल्स डिसॉल्व्स एंड दे फॉर्म स्लिट्स. End walls dissolves and they form slits. So now what happens? It is just like a hollow tube. Made a hollow tube. Now each xylem tracheid is known as tracheid element, and one above other more tracheids will arrange and they will form the total xylem tracheid system. ठीक है? On this in the same way they will go on arranging. Another beauty of the xylem tracheid is that they have got pits. They may have several pits in them. So the water which is moving from here, they can come out of these pits and go to the lateral side cells, the cells which are in the sides. So water will have, by default this will be moving from lower region to upper region, but through the pits they can even go to the sideways, lateral side where the other cells are there. They may also, and we know that the parenchyma is there, they will help in the transport of water to the neighboring cells by diffusion. So the pits are there. Another important thing which we find in the tracheids as well as tracheids is that they have got the different patterns of the thickening of the cell wall. Cell wall, I said the cell wall is thick, that is there. But the thickening also has some patterns. Now what are the patterns? There are 4 patterns. There are 4 different types of patterns. I will show you. Suppose this is the tracheid. They may have the patterns of spiral thickening. They may have, this is not it, this is angular. They may have spiral, that is वो घूम के आ रहे होंगे हेलिक्स के जैसे. They may have reticular, which is just like a network. And they may have even pitted. When the pits are there, just around the pits, the secondary depositions can be extra. Okay? So there will be much thick deposition found only around the pits. So the pitteds are there, the reticular is there, the helical is there or spiral, and the angular. 4 different ways the secondary thickening of the cell wall can be seen. So accordingly they will be named. So tracheids, as I said, tracheids are long, they are narrow, they are dead on maturity, their end walls are dissolved, protoplasm is lost, they may have secondary thickening in the 4 different ways, either angular or spiral or reticular or pitted, and another important thing, they got pores, and through these pores the water goes to the in the sideways direction. Tracheids are mainly responsible for transport of water and minerals in across all the tracheophyta. जितने भी tracheophytes हैं उनमें सब में, ठीक है. The second type of tracheophytes कौन से हैं? That is those plants which have tracheal system. Trachea नाम कहाँ से है? Tracheids से है, ठीक है. The second is vessels. Now vessels are also tubular, but they are broad and short and unidimensional. यहाँ कोई tapering नहीं हो रही है in the किनारों. They are narrow at the tips, broad at the center. They are uniform ऊपर से नीचे तक, ठीक है. And what you are seeing is the end walls here also dissolves. End walls dissolves. So on maturity they are also dead. Their protoplasm is lost. They also got pits. The major difference what you found? Major difference is that they were long, they are broad. They are short. They were narrow, they are broad. And in that the end walls may be completely dissolved. Here the end walls may develop slits. ठीक है. Moreover, these are not found in gymnosperms. Gymnosperms lacks vessels. Okay, तो ये tracheids and vessels के बारे में हो गया. बाकी काम क्या कर रहे हैं? They are both, the tracheids and vessels both are responsible for transport of water from the lower region, that is from the roots, to the upper region, that is up to leaves, not only to leaves, up to leaves. The leaves are also there, flower, that is fruits and flower. Every part of the plant require water. Every part of the plant will get water from xylem only, either directly or through their pits. Okay, so they are actually responsible for transport of water and minerals. Now what parenchyma will do? Yesterday only we studied the parenchyma is the tissue which is responsible for space filling. Wherever empty space is left, fill it with parenchyma. Wherever empty space is left, fill it with parenchyma. Suppose you buy a TV from the market. The box of the TV is very big. Inside the TV will be small. And between the box and the TV there are some packing, thermocol. These thermocols are used there as a shock absorbers, so that even if you drop a TV from a height of 4 feet, it is not going to break. Now why it is so, that you will have to study 4th Solar chapter in class 9. Okay, so what we are saying, what I want to say is that between the walls of the outer wall, that is the box, and the inside TV, there is a space filling material. What is the space filling material? It is the thermocol there. ठीक है. Number of time it may be bubble wrap. अगर आप लैपटॉप लेंगे तो इट मे बी सिंपली है बबल रैप. दे मे नॉट हैव थर्मोकोल और दे मे हैव द स्पॉन्जी क्या कहते हैं सम मटीरियल. ओके, सो दीज वहाँ पे वो जगह भर रहे हैं, यहाँ पे पैरेन्काइमा भर रहे होंगे. वेर एवर देयर इज एम्प्टी स्पेस, यू गिव द स्पेस. जहाँ जहाँ पे इंपॉर्टेंट टिश्यूज है उनका जाल बिछा दो एंड द रिमेनिंग स्पेस यू फिल विद पैरेन्काइमा. सो द पैरेन्काइमा इज ऑल्सो देयर. नाउ पैरेन्काइमा व्हाट विल डू? They will conduct three functions here. That is, they will store water, they will store minerals, and they will help in the conduction. So these pits are there from where the water goes. Nearby cells are parenchyma. Parenchyma will pass to the neighboring cells wherever it has to. And the fourth one is xylem fibers. We just now studied about the fiber. Fibers are the long cells which are lying along with the tracheids, and they are providing tracheids and vessels, and they are providing hardness, rigidity and structure. Plant का सबसे most rigid part कौन सा होता है? The part which is used for making furniture. All this furniture, we got your cupboard is there, the table is there, the desk is there, always the laptop is kept, and the another table is there. In your house also there may be lot of furniture. Now वो अभी जो नए फर्नीचर आ रहे हैं वो छोड़ दीजिए आप, उनमें से कई तो क्या इंजीनियर्ड वुड होते हैं. इंजीनियर्ड वुड इज डिफरेंट थिंग, बट द एक्चुअल वुड विच वी सी, actual wood is actually this part, that is the central part where this xylem is there. So xylem tracheids are tough because they got thick cell wall. Xylem vessels are tough because they got thick cell wall. Xylem fibers are thick, having thick cell wall, so they are also tough. And together that make the skeleton of the plant. And that will not let the plant to bend. That will not let the plant to fall, even when there is a strong wind, even when there is a force applied. And when you might have seen, no, so many places where we are using wood to bear the weight. In the olden time, the house they used to be having अभी तो ये linter वगैरह आ गया, and before that iron rail used to be put. उससे भी पहले, और if you now even if you get a chance to go to some of the villages where the house, this hut is there, so they used to put a what you call a coconut tree stem. The stem of the coconut tree is so tough because of all these tissues. ठीक है, the outer part is very soft. Any tree you see around you, outside तो आप आराम से उसको खुरच देंगे. Children, you might have seen that number of places where the trees people write their names and some other sign and all. That outer part is very soft. The inside, that is the tracheids and vessels, are very tough. Okay, so that is all about the xylem. Next we will study about phloem. हमारा complex परमाणु टिश्यू पूरा हो जाएगा. And then we shall start with the tissue system. Remember, this is not in course, but I am just teaching you so that you can understand. And when if I taught, so I will definitely ask questions in exams. क्योंकि मैंने पढ़ाया तो पूछूंगा ना, है ना? Okay. So next is phloem. Now phloem is a tissue which is responsible for transport of food, prepared food which is prepared in leaves. Food which is prepared in green part of the plant, which may be stems, which may even be calyx, which may even be young fruits. कोई सा भी part जो green है वो food बना सकता है. And from there the food may transport to other part. ठीक है, wherever it is required. So transport of food is only done from the green parts to the orange of to the part of storage. तो ये यूनिडायरेक्शनल रहेंगे. वेयर द वाटर इज रिक्वायर्ड टू बी फूड इज रिक्वायर्ड टू बी ट्रांसपोर्टेड फ्रॉम द लीव्स टू द स्टोरेज ऑर्गन. मे बी अ पोटैटो इज देयर, यहाँ पे स्टोर हो गया, एंड फ्रॉम देयर इट मे आल्सो रिक्वायर्ड टू गो टू द यंग ब्रांचेस वेयर दे मे रिक्वायर. ठीक है, सो फ्लोएम इज ट्रांसपोर्टिंग द मटेरियल इन टू डायरेक्शन, वेयर इज द जाइलम इज ट्रांसपोर्टिंग इट इन द यूनिडायरेक्शनल. जाइलम को वाटर मिनरल ले जाना, वो तो नीचे से ऊपर ही ले जाएगा, ऊपर से नीचे काय को ले जाएगा, जमीन में थोड़ी छोड़ना है उसको. ठीक है, तो दैट इज द बेसिक डिफरेंस बिटवीन द जाइलम एंड फ्लोएम. दैट इज जाइलम इज रिस्पांसिबल फॉर द ट्रांसपोर्ट ऑफ वाटर एंड मिनरल, फ्लोएम इज रिस्पांसिबल फॉर ट्रांसपोर्ट ऑफ food. Xylem is transporting the water mineral in only one direction, that is from the roots to other part, whereas phloem is transporting the substances in two directions. Now phloem has got only one kind of cells which are responsible for transport. They are called sieve tube. Other cells which are there are companion cells. The third is phloem parenchyma. And phloem fibers. Now phloem parenchyma and phloem fibers I am not going to teach because this is almost same as we are studied in xylem as we are studied in their early time. ठीक है? Now sieve tube की बात करते हैं. Sieve tube कैसे हैं? Sieve tube elements are also tubular in structure and they are almost unidimensional. Sorry, not directional. Dimensional. That is, the thickness of the cells are uniform throughout, unlike tracheids. Okay. They on maturity they also lose their protoplasm. Nucleus is not there, other things are not there. The protoplasm will be changed into the strands, and the end walls will develop slits, not slits, but pores. The end walls develops pores, and that is why it appears like a sieve. So that is why it is called sieve plate. The end walls are called sieve plate, and a cell which is bearing sieve plate is known as sieve tube. So the sieve tube can also help in transport of substances across it because of those pores which are there. Okay. तो इनमें से चीजें आर पार जा सकती हैं. रोज हम भी तो चाय छानते हैं ना. When we strain tea तो क्या होगा? We are putting on the sieve strainer and the tea leaves remain on the top and the tea filters down. Similarly here, the things can easily move through it. The cytoplasmic strands are there. Cytoplasm जो है strands बना देते हैं. ठीक है? Okay. Now since they do not have a nucleus, since they do not have other cell organelle, so their function will be controlled by the companion cells which are found around them. Companion cells are the modified parenchymatous cells. They are alive, they have got their nucleus, and they can control these cells movement, again these cells activities. So that is companion cell, and together the sieve tube and companion cells are helpful for the transport of food. ऊपर से नीचे से चले जाएंगे ग्रेविटी के कारण, ठीक है. But at the time of deposition and at the time of loading and at the time of moving the food against the gravity. Now food has to move against the gravity. Gravity is pulling the food downward and it has to move up. So it has to spend energy, and the energy will be produced by this companion cells. ठीक है. When a potato is already stored in food and you still want to dump more food in it, so according to the law, the things are always moving from a region of higher concentration to lower concentration. Whereas a potato has got more starch than the phloem cells, so the things will move in the opposite direction rather, instead of going and depositing into the potatoes. So again it requires energy. Okay, so that is what the function of companion cell is, to provide energy and to help in the movement of the substances against concentration gradient or against gravitational gradient. Right children? So that is how we come to the end of tissues. The two type of tissue what we have studied in the plant, that is the temporary tissue and permanent tissue, and the permanent were of two types, that is the simple permanent and complex permanent, and simple permanent were three types, that parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma, and complex permanent were of two types, xylem and phloem. That all we had done. अब हमारे को पढ़ना है tissue system. Now what is tissue system? Tissue system, that is in the plants the various parts of the body is made up of more than one type of tissue. ये तो हमेशा ही होता है, that is अगर कोई भी organ बनाना है तो एक से ज़्यादा टाइप के टिश्यू, that is what the function of organs are, ठीक है, tissues are, कि the tissue comes together to make organs. तो आपको organs बने हुए देखे हैं plants के अंदर, कौन कौन से organ है? Leaf is an organ, stem is an organ, root is an organ, buds are organ, fruits are organ, flowers are organs. तो ये organ किससे बनेंगे? They are made up of parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma, xylem, phloem, जो भी है. So these are the things which are making them. Okay, so how they are making them? How they are arranged? तो इनको हमने तीन पार्ट में डिवाइड कर दिया. See, the tissue system, ठीक है, तीन पार्ट में डिवाइड करा. एक एपिडर्मल टिश्यू सिस्टम, सेकेंड द ग्राउंड टिश्यू सिस्टम, एंड थर्ड इज द वेस्कुलर टिश्यू सिस्टम. तीन पार्ट है, ठीक है. तो हम इनको एक एक करके पढ़ते हैं. फर्स्ट वी शैल स्टडी अबाउट द एपिडर्मल टिश्यू सिस्टम. The epidermal tissue system, that is a special layer of epidermal cells which are modified from the parenchyma, and they are protecting the plant from the outer abrasions. ठीक है. जो प्लांट बॉडी है अंदर उसमें बहुत सारे टाइप के टिश्यूज हैं. दे आर लिविंग टिश्यू, दे मे बी डेड टिश्यू ऑल्सो, है ना, जो भी है. बट दीज टिश्यूज शुड नॉट बी अफेक्टेड बाय द, मोreover there should be a boundary, otherwise this tissue will go this side, that will go that side, तो वो स्प्रेड नहीं हो जाए. अगर मैं आपसे कहूँ काफ़ी सारी मार्बल्स हैं, उनको आपको ऐसे खड़ा करना है, एक स्टेम बनाना, तो कैन यू मेक देम? नो, दिस मार्बल विल स्लिप ऑफ. सो व्हाट यू हैव टू डू इज वी हैव टू क्रिएट ए जैकेट. सो जैकेट सॉर्ट ऑफ थिंग्स इन विच यू कैन फिल द मार्बल, ठीक है, लाइक ए बैग. तो ये द टिश्यूज आर, दैट इज द एपिडर्मल टिश्यू इज मेकिंग अ आउटर बाउंड्री. ओके, नाउ एपिडर्मिस जो है, द सेल्स ऑफ द एपिडर्मिस आर फ्लैट, ठीक है, दे मे बी पॉलीगोनल, लेकिन वो चपटी होती है. ओके, एंड वेरी इंपॉर्टेंटली एपिडर्मिस, प्लांट में तो एपिडर्मिस केवल एक्सटर्नल सरफेस पे मिलेगा, इनसाइड इट इज नॉट देयर. लाइक इन आवर बॉडी द एपिडर्मिस, वी गॉट एपिडर्मिस हियर, जिसको हम एपिडर्म कहेंगे. एपिडर्म बाहर भी मिल रहा है, एंड वी गॉट एपिडर्म इनसाइड आल्सो. द हार्ट इटसेल्फ इज कवर्ड बाय समथिंग, लिवर इटसेल्फ इज कवर्ड बाय समथिंग, द स्टमक इटसेल्फ इज कवर्ड बाय समथिंग. तो वहाँ हमने स्टमक में, आपने इफ द एलिमेंट्री कैनाल यू स्टडीड, you name them as a serosa. Serosa is the external layer that was protecting, that was making a boundary wall of stomach or intestine. Okay, so we have that is inside also protective layer, outside also protective layer. But in plants you will not find any protective layer inside the plant body. It is only in the external. So epidermis is always forming the outermost layer of the plant body, which is protecting the plant from the various type of abrasions. ठीक है, various type of the changes, various type of mechanical and chemical and physical forces which are applied on it. Okay, so that is there. So हमने कहा that is the outermost layer is made up of usually one layer of epidermal layer, epidermis tissue, one layer. But in due course of time, since one layer will be damaged in case of stems and roots, then they will be replaced by many layered cork or other tissues. ठीक है, that is secondary thing that will study in the secondary division. तो अभी important that is outermost one single layer epidermal tissue is there. In the stem and the leaves and the flowers and the other parts which are exposed to the air, the epidermis is also covered by a waxy layer called cuticle. The epidermis is also covered by a waxy layer called cuticle, and cuticle is protecting the plant body, पहली बात, against the loss of water. Second, it is preventing the plant body, if they are exposed to the water for long term, so it will preventing them from decaying. All aquatic plants रहते हैं, those who are growing in water, they are in water for so many days yet they do not decompose because their external layer is consist of waxy layer, that is cuticle, which is not letting the water to affect them. And thirdly, it is also protecting the waxy layer, that is the cuticle, is also protecting the various type of infections. ठीक है, तो these are the important function of cuticle. Cuticle also gives a shining surface. So fruits and flowers have got their own glow. There are a number of leaves which have got their own glow. So that glow is because of the oil layer, that is the waxy layer. You know, जब भी हमको किसी चीज़ को चमकाना होता है हम क्या करते हैं, उसके ऊपर थोड़ा सा तेल लगा देते हैं, रगड़ देते हैं, ठीक है। सो दैट इज व्हाट द थिंग इज, द टाइम इज एक्सीडिंग, सो लेट मी स्टॉप हियर ओनली, वी विल कंटिन्यू दिस in the next class, that is tomorrow. That's all children, thank you, have a good day.